makes it like easier sometimes if you're able to like look at the notes, right? Sweet, we can pass that one off since you got it. So, yeah, for a warm up, why don't we go ahead? You want to go ahead and start with one of your hymns that you've been learning? Because we didn't get to that last week. And then afterward, I found a song that you're going to love for the recital. So, we'll take a look at that when we're done.
Over.
You can start over. Good job. That really improved from like the last time I played, so that was good. So just a couple of things though on that song, stay on that page. I want to work on a couple things with you. So do you remember, did you have fun like when Brother Alan, like a little lesson with you on Monday? Yeah. Do you remember or did you learn anything from that or?
You can get a higher seat.
Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead like put your hands on the piano. Yeah, like you were going to play, just kind of like rest them there. So what he was talking about and what we were saying is like just to have your wrist kind of like this arm even. So I'm going to move your hand like here so your arm's like straight. So you see how that's even? So even when you were playing this, I kind of noticed that, yeah, go ahead and play any random chord. So before your wrist is going down lower, but yeah. And that'll help you to like, you know, have a good sound as well.
That's a fun chord.
Yeah, go ahead and play. Yeah, just play with your right hand as well. And with your right hand. And so you gotta make sure that it's even. Yeah, that's even. Yes. Awesome. So then the second thing, do you remember what he was saying about like the point of sound? So, yeah, so like on the keyboard, if you look at this note, you know, to play it, obviously we know you have to push it. But he was saying to get the sound, you don't necessarily need to like play all the way down. So like, yeah. Yeah, so go ahead just for fun, on the C, just do it lightly and just see how far you have to press down. Like, what do you think? It's only like...
Right, but
There you go, so you got the sound. Yeah, look, that almost looks like it's like halfway or like 3/4 of the way. So you don't necessarily have to go all the way down. So doing that, go ahead and play like a C major chord. Yeah, do it again. There you go, so you see how it's just like lighter, just, you know, you don't necessarily have to like all the way down, you know. You can feel the difference. So go ahead and play, how about D major, so it's going to be... Yeah, so that was a little bit... There you go. And how about, let's do... There you go. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. So with that, why don't you go ahead, just start, we don't have to go through the entire piece, but start from here and just kind of remember that. There you go. Yeah, keep going, that's really good. that same thing, but because I know you remember you saying you wanted to like work on sight reading just a little bit. So let's just see. Have you ever played? I'll choose something that's easy.
Yeah.
Something that you haven't done.
Anything highlighted like this is generally easy.
Yeah. So how about this one? I don't actually know the tune of this one. Just focus on the right hand. It's like all the way to the next C. So your hand is gonna move. Good job. Alright, good. And then let's go ahead and clap the rhythm to that. And I'll clap it with you because the rhythm is a little, tricky right there and right there. So I'll just count 1, 2, 3, and then we'll come in on the 4, 1. So 1, 2, we're ready, go. 1, 2, 3. So that, yeah, done, done, done. So let's start over. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Sweet. Yep, you got it. So that rhythm is a little bit different. Yeah.
I've played that one.
You played this one? Okay.
Yeah, that's.
That's a really pretty song. What about, have you heard this one before?
Once a while ago. I know the tune too. So.
Let's see. How about,
Learned that in
let's
primary.
just try, oh, you, have
I
you,
haven't learned sweetest word.
okay, yeah, go ahead, your right hand.
Wait, finish.
That's okay.
Sure.
And if you notice, it says 1, so bring your thumb under it, there you go. The only difference that's at like a B flat, so
Sorry.
yeah, that's good. Yep, close. I think just the ending is just like, so you're slow down. Yeah, but good.
I expected something more of an intricate ending.
Yeah.
The song was nice.
Yeah, so with sight reading, all it takes is like, a minute or 2 every day, and then you can just play through just different songs, and then you'll get better at it. So sweet. I want to show you this piece that I found. Brother Alan actually mentioned it to me as well. Have you ever heard of Robert D. Banda?
I don't think so.
Yes, he's a composer, and he writes really fun songs, so they're always like fun to perform. You're already trying to say it. That's awesome. Yeah. So, just lay it out.
Oh,
for
that's
you.
cool.
Yeah. So, what do you know? So what's the first thing you notice?
Most of
when
it
you
is
see
just.
Yeah, it's like repeated, right? Kind of like. Yeah. Exactly.
It's a hill.
And so, what about like the dynamics?
I think it's really fast. It's not a.
Yeah, so that's the
I
tempo.
thought it should be softer.
Yeah, so the tempo you can see it is flowing.
really
change.
loud, then super quiet.
Mhm.
Don't know how those go together, but okay.
Sweet. So, do you mind if I play it for you, just so you can hear how it sounds? Alright. Alright, so this is how it goes. Kind of repeats. And then this is where it's different. Kind of repeats again. So something like that.
Really cool.
Kind of a rough version of it, but you like it?
And what's funny is that it goes from piano to piano. And it's
See, so
no,
I
no,
probably didn't even
never mind.
play the dynamics because I don't know it too
Fortissimo.
well.
It goes.
But yeah.
My favorite dynamic to play on the trombone is fortissimo.
Yes. That's
Or the
awesome.
notes that are like down here.
Yeah, because it sounds so cool. So, when I am learning a piece, at least I don't want to be overwhelmed. So I'm just gonna like go back to the first page. Sorry,
So it goes up. So you
yeah. So go ahead before you play. Where would your hand positions be for both? Like, just find the pieces. And remember the point of sound. So instead of playing it like, just play it, there you go. And then do the same thing with the right hand. Where would your right hand be? Good. And yeah, so you have this one position right here. The next one is very close.
So just
So yeah, it's just like that.
here. This one
Sweet. So with these, you actually notice it, and you probably didn't realize it, but they're just like broken chords, because you know how a chord
yeah,
is
I
three
like
notes.
those.
So three notes. So what would the next chord be? So if I were to play the next one, all I have to do is play. It just barely changes. See how my hands are here? So go ahead and play this first chord, and then switch to the second one. The only thing that's different is this one moves down, and then and remember your left hand's on this A. think would help, like, with learning?
I guess practice would work because I need to get the.
So the other thing, something that's gonna help is if you slow it down. So I'll just play it down here, but. Can you do it? Just play it slowly for me.
That's really. I like it when it's the bass clefs.
I know it's fun.
Boom, boom, boom.
If you want to. Yeah, the right hand or the right. This is a little different. So this is still an A. So play the A.
Goes.
And then play the second finger. There you go. So all it is it's switching from 3 to 2. Now what about this?
Then it just goes back to.
And play the right hand. And then this is where it's a little different. So this. Have you ever seen the left hand skip to the treble clef?
Oh yeah, where.
So you see how your right hand is right here? Right here?
So then he would go.
So this, your left hand, is actually just going to move right to where your right hand is.
Oh.
So why don't you go ahead and practice? So practice playing, go like this, and then move your left hand, and then put your right hand. Can you do that for me?
So essentially it's.
Yeah, so play your right hand, and move your left hand up, and then
That's.
yeah, play this chord.
Oh.
Awesome, let's do it one more time. So start down here
Yeah,
again.
I'm gonna start down. Okay.
Yeah, so you already got that. So basically, you already have the first line learned. That's what it's going to
Just
take.
changes a little bit and then repeats a
So
little
now,
higher.
yeah, so it's the exact same thing, but, you know, it's just different chords. So you gotta remember to pay attention to, like, you know, how to play the flats and stuff, right? Okay, and then here's the other awesome thing about this song. So,
It's the same thing as there.
yeah, you notice it repeats, right? So when you learn these 2 lines, you already got, like, the next 2 or 3 lines learned
That's
already.
my favorite songs, like
So.
the Book of Mormon stories where it's just.
Oh, sweet, I love that song. You play that really well. Nice
Well, I practiced it for so long.
Uh-huh.
That's the first hymn I learned.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not hymn, but song that I really memorized and got down.
Yep. Cool. So why don't we go ahead, try to find where would these chords be as well. So that's what this where the sound is. Where to play the sound.
Well, it's piano too.
The other thing is that note's a little bit different.
Oh, that's like.
Did you remember like the names of like the lines? Did you ever learn like every good boy deserves fudge? That kind of thing.
Or like for the basic class, good breeders don't fall apart. And then all
I don't
cars
know.
eat gas.
Oh, okay.
Or all cows eat grass.
All cows eat grass. So what do you notice about this that's different from this line?
It's, from here, it's way up on here. So this is just a broken chord of that. Well, this is the broken chord.
Actually, yeah, that's right. I didn't even notice that. Awesome. And also, so you see how there's like a treble clef and a bass clef? What
Oh,
about
those are
these?
both trebles.
Yeah,
So that's
you
like.
probably never seen that before. Yeah.
It's weird. I don't like the treble clef. I like the.
So what? Yeah, go ahead and play this chord for me. I think you're playing it. So it starts on a D.
Yeah. This is
And then it's yep. And then what about the left hand? The left hand's just gonna be like right around middle C. Yep, and then actually without the switch to that. That's only one finger that changes. And then, what's this one? So yeah, your right hand is in the same
changes to
position.
blah, blah, blah.
Awesome. So all it's gonna take is you just practicing these chords. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna check the
Self-learned
time.
scales.
I don't. Yeah, it totally does. Were you able to practice any scales this week? So with the D scale, just really quick, we only have like 1 minute, but it's gonna be. Remember how you, after the third finger, you kind of go thumb under. So go ahead and play that. And then the left hand. So after you finish
third finger.
third, and then third finger back. Yeah, go ahead and do that one.
So then the C, the
E is a little different. Remember that pattern, like whole, half, so whole, half. So there's 4 sharps. Oh, thumb. Yeah.
So these are the 4 sharps.
Yeah.
So discordant sound.
Mhm.
That's
And then play the thumb.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
And thumb under on A. Yep. Perfect. Yep, that's it. So you kind of gotta remember after the third finger.
What do you mean major chord?
So the E major chord is actually so without that one. And here, what would it minor? This would be minor, right? So just one note can make a difference. Awesome, good job. We started a tiny bit late, so it's a little bit after 6, but I think the time is already up. But this week, so what are you gonna work on in your practice?
All of these.
And so when you're practicing, be sure to pay attention to like just the different notes. And you can even find patterns. Like if it helps, you can just and then just play the next chord. And then go back to the next chord. And then you move up. And here, just play the chord. And then the next chord. And so just focus on
I
and
think
then
the
you
hardest
break
part
them
is going to
apart.
be like right here, this not at part, because once I get that down, it's going to be easy to do. But this is the chords that bounce around. It's
Yeah.
more difficult
And don't
to
get
do.
too overwhelmed with it because you have quite a few weeks to learn it. So even if you just get this first page for next week, that's great. So just focus on a little bit at a time. So
Alright.
I'll let you go.
There's my pop.